Everyone wants to secure good grades in examination. Some people can obtain the grades they desire for, and others' dreams remain only dreams. In this presentation, I'm going to tell how students can secure poor GPA in examinations and what techniques can be implemented or employed to secure power GPA. So let's go through the presentation and find out the mystery of securing power GPA. First and foremost reason of securing power GPA is the procrastination paradox. Why we wait and how to stop. Many students go according to the routine, and some of them don't follow the routine as they expected to follow it. In the process of following the routine, they just create the habit of procrastinating the things or keeping the things for future. If the students are keeping the assignments for future, thinking that they will do it in later time, that procrastination becomes a solid habit, and gradually students cannot succeed in getting good grades. So the main reason to stop it is to avoid by the rules. Avoid, avoid by the rules and avoid disruptions. Disruptions may be caused by the pressure of friends, or it is called peer pressure, or sometimes some of the feast and festivals, sometimes the activities related to home can cause the disruption. But making the straight, straight and strict timetable, we can be well guided and we can stop procrastination. So we must think about our objectives in order to get GPA or better grades in examination. The second one, we can talk about mental traps. Understanding why later feels better now. That means why are we delaying the things and why are we storing all the activities for future? If we think doing now is better rather than later, we can obviously get the desired result in the long run. The 2-minute rule, small steps to conquer overwhelming tasks. Small steps means these very small things, if we are daily implementing them in our teaching learning habits, they can give the result of the task pleasure, positive result. Suppose that if a student is trying to enhance writing capability or writing capacity, that students needs to practice free writing or guided writing 2 minutes a day. And if someone is struggling on, we can say grammar, that student must give 2 minutes daily to conquer grammatical problems. So these 2 minutes, if we just give 1 or 2 minutes daily also, it counts much and we can get the desired result. Future proofing your focus, setting up your environment for success. No one can control and remain calm in noisy and crowded environment. If we want to focus our study, we should try to focus maintaining good environment where there will be no noise, where the student or learner will be more motivated and focused in learning. So environment factor is also a main factor in creating good results and making the negative result also. If you are only making your dreams and objectives to secure good grades, but if you don't have good environment, that negative environment will ultimately give you negative result. So it is better to set up the stage or set up the thing before we begin getting good result. Active recalling process is also needed. So first one is rereading and revising. You can revise all the lessons, all the curricular activities, and all the objectives set by the curriculum, or you can go with the specification grid. And active recalling is also needed. For that, you can use the science of forgetting to remember. Spaced repetition, that means science of forgetting to remember means if you forget something, you will remember. For that, you should revise every task after reading. Rereading should be there. Beyond rereading, you can also learn some of the methods which can help you remember the things. And if the information you have stored is not that much important, you can only remember the ideas or information or event which are to be required and recalled by you. And you can forget or you can not remember which are not needed. The T-seat method, especially if we want to focus more and if we want to learn more, we must start peer teaching. You can teach your friends or those people who are willing to learn from you. If you are teaching some items, some topics, you will have to explore more, and your exploration becomes a main power or weapon for enhancing your knowledge. So those students who are seeking for full GPA and different subject must manage their time to teach others, instruct others so that they will also be engaged in learning and their learning will be solidified. After that, there is the power of practice and exam simulation. You can take test and retest, and sometimes you can take participations in mock exams. This type of mock exams, you in your opinion or in my opinion, may be best for enhancing our power of writing and avoid fear of attending the examinations. So there is identifying knowledge gaps using mistakes as learning opportunities. You may not get whatever you want to get in a single reading, single practice. So you must manage it regularly and you can make your mistakes as your guiding principles. Because as we practice, in course of practicing, we will also be making the mistakes. These mistakes are red flags, which always propel us to go further and find out the desired objectives. Performance analysis, refining your strategy for test day. So you must think about your strengths and weaknesses, your opportunities and threats. That is called SWOT analysis. Your performance is based on your strategy and what area you are lacking at. You must reveal that and you must find out why analysis of that area. If you go through why analysis of that area, you can better be guided by that weakness, and that weakness can be positively turned into your positive outcome. So there are other tips as well. Mastering memory and information hooks. Mnemonic devices that actually stick, crafting vivid mental imagery. If you are not trying to get the memorization and some of the formula that are quite important to be remembered, to be memorized, for that you can manage mnemonic devices, songs, and sometimes you can go for creating the acronyms like that, which becomes very easy to memorize. Organizing vast amounts of information is difficult. For that, you must manage some of the productive information recalling system. Connecting new knowledge to all, building a web of understanding. So there must be a connection in different fields. If you are just learning science, how is science and social related? How is English and other subject related? And you must manage to transfer learning, because if you transfer the learning with deeper understanding, it becomes your lasting memory, and that can lead you towards securing high GPA in all subjects. Other preparations are also there. You are planning prior to examination, and then you can go to specification grade. Every subject has specification grade. You must know the marking system, and you must remember all type of question pattern. So questions also can be categorized, and according to the category, long question, short question, free writing questions, different type of questions, multiple choice questions. This type of questions categorization gives you a mirror effect, and you can easily remember and reflect your progress and your weaknesses. That's how you can go further in developing the roadmap towards getting for GPA. Model question solution. So nowadays we can get 10 sets and practice books. From there, you can select some of the model questions, and every day you can solve them, so that your fear of appearing in exam, your fear of writing, your fear of encountering the exam will be overcome, will be away. Test retest system is also there, and you just need to focus more on the feedback given by your teacher, and after that you must try to reflect what you are really learning. You need to go further by the influence of theory: learn, relearn, and unlearn. Learn, unlearn, and relearn, so that whatever you have learned, if they are not, that is not necessary, you can unlearn, and if that is still necessary and it is needed, then you can relearn it. Routine based learning is needed, and you should have the knowledge of curriculum. You should have deep understanding of this knowledge. There are other areas also to get mastery over your subject matter, but if you deeply think about this matter and try to implement in your day-to-day activities, then your road to for GPA will surely give you the result, and you will be quickly journeying in that academic journey. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Implement these tips and see the change. Thank you. Have a great learning ahead.